Do you ever feel tempted by God to sin? I'm Pastor Adam. This is New Testament Tuesday. I'm very glad you decided to tune in, check it out, and see what we've got going on today. I ask you this question because sometimes maybe we feel like it's a trap. Here's what James says in James chapter 1, verses 12 through 15. Blessed is a man who perseveres under trial. For once he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life which the Lord has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself does not tempt anyone. But each one of us is tempted, and he is carried away and is enticed by his own lust. Then, when lust has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And when sin is accomplished, it brings forth death. You see, we have sometimes this idea that, oh no, here's this sin or this temptation that God has placed in our life that, oh, it's crazy. God is tempting me with this. But here James clearly says that God does not do that. Now, we do go under trials. God sends us, through the hard things, or he allows the hard things to happen to us so he can test our faith, so that we can rely on him, so that he can prove himself good to all of us. That's part of having free will and having choice, right? But when it comes to sin, when it comes to temptations and different things along those lines, God does not send those. God does not tempt us to sin. If we look throughout the whole Bible and we see people interact with God, never once do we see God tempt somebody with sin. But we do see the other human beings tempting others to sin, and we do see the devil and his associates tempt other people to sin, just like Jesus in the wilderness. So, what does this mean for you and me? A lot of the times when we go under trials and we are tempted to sin, sometimes we can blame God. And we can find lots of many different things to blame. We don't like to blame ourselves. God will cast the blame on somebody else. Sometimes that person is God. And so, what I want you to know is that God never tempts you with sin. God never tries to get you to sin. And what I want you to do is to look to God every time you feel tempted. Because when you're looking to God, you're not looking for sin, you're not lusting after anything, but you are chasing after God and trying to be like Jesus. I'm Pastor Adam. This is New Testament Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.